Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sir Sayyid Children's Academy English language class of grade 7, and I'm your teacher Miss Sabah. Now students, you have already learned about nouns, common nouns, proper nouns, countable nouns, uncountable nouns, concrete nouns and abstract nouns, and also collective nouns. So now we will move towards the material nouns and the compound nouns. You can see I have added a chart in here. This chart is also given in your book. So before listening to the rest of this lecture, kindly open your books. So students, what are material nouns? These are the name of substances of which the things are made. Like you can see in example number 1, there is a chair. Now, what chair is made up of? It is made up of wood. So, what is wood? Wood is our material. Just like in example number 2, you are seeing a box. Now, what is this box made up of? It is made up of a cardboard. Just like that, in example number 3, there is a house. Now, we all know what houses are made up of. They're made up of bricks and cement. So, bricks and cements are materials. In example number 4, there is a book. Now, what is book made up of? It is made up of papers. In the fourth example, we can see there is a book which is made up of papers. So, paper is our material. In the fifth example, we are seeing there is a bag which is made up of leather. And example number 6, there is a cup which is made up of a plastic. So, all those materials are material nouns. Here I made a small flowchart to tell you what are material nouns. You can see there are two circles. In first there is input and in second there is output. You can see I have written plastic in input and chair in output. Now why is that? That is because I have made chair out of plastic. So basically plastic was my substance. Now all the substances are material nouns. Now how to write it in a sentence? If I have made so many chairs with that plastic, then I will write these chairs are made of plastic, not plastics, because plastic is a substance and that cannot be written in a plural form because plastic is already a plural. We will learn about the rules to make plural nouns later. Now let's move forward towards some more examples to understand it better. Here you can see I have a lot of sentences as examples for you to understand material nouns in a better way. So here our first example is cotton dresses are very cheap and comfortable. Here dresses are not material nouns because they are the things that are made from cotton. So basically cotton is a material and that is material noun. Now in number 2, my mom purchased a gold ring for me. Now ring cannot be a material noun, but what it is made up of? It is made up of gold. So gold is your material noun. Now read the rest of the examples and understand what are material nouns. Now let's talk about our next topic, and that is compound nouns. Now what is a compound noun? A compound noun is a noun consisting of two or more words working together as a single unit to name a person, place, or thing. Now, mostly compound nouns are made up of two nouns or an adjective and a noun, but other combinations are also possible. Now, how we will recognize compound noun? Well, the first part, the first word of a compound noun tells us what kind of person or thing it is or what purpose he, she, or it serves, while the second word, the second part defines the person or object, telling us who or what it is. Let's take some examples to get better understanding. Here you can see we have some examples. In example number 1, I have written water plus bottle. becomes water bottle, means a bottle used for water. And in the second one, I have written dining plus room, dining room, a room used for dining. In third one, I have written backpack. It becomes backpack, means a pack you wear on your back. In the fourth one, I have written policeman. It becomes policeman, a police officer who is a man. Now you can see there are some pictures as well. In picture number one, there is a house and a lady who's a wife. So if we combine the both, they will become housewife, which will be called a compound noun. Now, in the second example, there is a butter and a fly. If we combine them, it will become butterfly, a compound noun. Now, we have water and a melon. If we combine both, it will become watermelon. I hope these examples help you understand what are compound nouns. Now, let's move forward toward the combinations of compound nouns. Here we have the formation of compound nouns, that how they are made. They can be made by adding two nouns together, or they can be made by adding an adjective and a noun together. Like you can see in examples, there's a backpack, there's a bathroom, there's a bathtub, bedroom, bus stop, fish tank, football, handbag, motorcycle. These are all the compound nouns containing two nouns. Now, see on the other side, there are adjectives plus noun, like full moon. Now, moon is a noun, but it is full or half, that is adjective. It is defining the moon. So, these kind of nouns called compound nouns, which are made up of adjective plus noun. Now, let's move forward toward the other combinations. Here we have some other combinations of compound nouns. In first combination, there is noun plus verb, like a haircut. Hair is a noun and cut is a verb. And there are others, rainfall, sunrise, sunset. So these kind of nouns are also called compound nouns, which are made up of noun plus verb. Now, in the second one, there is noun plus preposition. An example is hanger on, passerby. Now, there is noun plus prepositional phrase, like brother-in-law, mother-in-law. These are also called compound nouns. In number 4, you can see there is noun plus adjective. We have already learned that there can be a compound noun which is adjective plus noun, but it is also possible that sometimes it is noun plus adjective, means noun comes first and then we will add adjective, like cupful and spoonful. In the next one, it is written verb plus noun. Just like noun plus verb, we have the combination of compound nouns as verb plus noun. Like you can see, breakfast. In breakfast, break is your verb and fast is your noun. And in washing machine, washing is your verb and machine is your noun. There are others, runway, pickpocket, swimming pool. In the next one, we have preposition plus noun. Just like noun plus preposition, we have preposition plus noun, which is bystander, influx, onlooker, underpants, upstairs. Now we have another combination which is verb plus preposition, that is check in, check out, drawback, lookout, makeup. These are all the examples of compound nouns that are containing verb and preposition. Now we have adjective plus verb, which is dry cleaning, public speaking. These are also called compound nouns. We have another example, that is preposition plus verb, like verb plus preposition. Now we have preposition plus verb. It is input, output, overthrow and upturn. Here you can see the first parts are prepositions and the second words are verbs, like input. In is a preposition and put is a verb. So these kind of combinations are also called compound nouns. Now we will move towards the plural forms of nouns. Plural forms of nouns. Now, what are plural forms of nouns? In your book, there is a topic called plural forms of compound nouns. But to understand that, first we will learn how to make Plural nouns. So let's learn. Plural nouns. These are the words used to indicate that there is more than one person, animal, place, thing, or idea. What is the difference between the singular and the plural? The difference between singular and plural nouns is easy to spot. When a noun indicates one only, it is a singular noun. When a noun indicates more than one, it is plural, like boy, boys. But to make a plural noun, there are some rules and examples. Let's see. Here are plural nouns, rules, and examples. Most singular nouns are made plural by simply putting an S at the end. Just like I told you, boy, boys. But there are many different rules regarding pluralization depending on what letter a noun ends in. Irregular nouns do not follow plural noun rules, so they must be memorized. I'll tell you about that later. What is plural noun rules? There are many plural noun rules, and because we use nouns so frequently when writing, it's important to know all of them. The correct spelling of plurals usually depends on what letter the singular noun ends. Now, let's see the rules. Our first rule to make a regular noun plural is to add s at the end of the noun, like cat, cats, house, houses. But if the singular noun ends in s, double s, sh, ch, x, or z, we add es at the end to make it plural. As you can see in number 1, mass. It ends at double s, so we added es and make it masses. Now in the second one, there is written marsh and we make it marshes. Just like that, tax, we make it taxes. And then bus, we made it buses. And lunch becomes lunches and blitz become blitzes. But as you can see, rule number 3, in some cases, singular nouns that are ending in s or z requires that you double the s or z before adding es for making it plural, like fizz becomes fizzes and guess becomes guesses. Here you can see we doubled the z and s before adding es into it. In rule number 4, you can see if your noun ends with f or fe, then f is often changed to ve before adding the s to form the plural versions, just like in wife and wolf. Here wife becomes wives by changing f into ve and then we added s, and wolf becomes wolves. Here we also changed f into ve before adding s. But it will not always the same. There are some exceptions, like roof ends at f, but we only add s at the end. In chef, we only add s at the end. And in belief and chief, we also do not change f into ve because these are the exceptions and you have to learn them as it is. Now, in rule number 5, if your singular noun ends in y and the letter before y is a consonant, then you will add IES, but before adding IES, you will remove Y. Just like in example number 1, city becomes cities, and example number 2, puppy becomes puppies. Here we removed Y and added IES. Now see the next rule. Here, if your singular noun ends in Y and the letter before Y is a vowel, then we will simply add an S after the Y. Here we will not remove Y. As you can see in example, Ray become rays and boy become boys. Now in next rule, if your singular noun ends in O, just add es to make it plural, like potato become potatoes and tomato become tomatoes. Now we haven't changed anything, we just added es at the end, but it will also not always be same. Like you can see, there are some exceptions. We have a photo and photo ends at O, but we cannot add es into it, we will only add s. And same is for piano and hello becomes hellos. Now, these are exceptions, so you have to learn them as it is. But there is a unique singular noun that ends at O, and you can add S or ES both at the end of that unique word, and that word is volcano. Now, if you write volcanoes with ES or volcanoes with S, they will both be correct. Now, we have another rule. Here, if your singular noun ends in US, the plural ending is frequently in I. Means if your singular noun ends in US, you will change US into I. Just like in example number 1, we have cactus. To change it into plural, we will make it cacti. We will remove US and add I. Same goes for focus. In focus, we will remove US at the end and make it foci. In the next rule, if your singular noun ends in is, the plural ending is es. Means if you have a singular noun that ends at is, then you will change that is into es. Just like an example, here we have a noun that is analysis. Now, analysis ends at is. What we will do is we will change is into es and make it analysis. Now, in ellipsis, we did the same. We changed is with es. Now, in the other rule, there is written singular noun ends in on. The plural noun ending is a. Means if your singular noun ends with on, then you will change that on into a. Just like in our example, phenomenon. You will change phenomenon into phenomena by changing the end letters on into a. Now there is another example, criterion, that also ends on on. What you will do is you will remove on and make it criteria by adding a at the place of on. Now, in another example or in another rule, we have some nouns that don't change at all when they are pluralized. Means there are some nouns that stay the same, whether they are singular or they are plural. Like in example number 1, sheep. It will stay sheep as a plural, and there is series, and there is species, and then there is deer. All these words stay same as plurals. Now I have made one example to make it clear that they don't change their form to become plural. As you can see, there is an example. Mark caught one fish, but I caught 3 fish. Here, there is a one fish and then there are 3 fish, but fish remain same in singular or in plural. So, it is another example that tells us that if we change fish into plural, it will stay same, both in spelling and pronunciation. Now let's move towards the irregular nouns. We also have some irregular nouns that don't follow any kind of rules. Here you can see we have a small list of irregular nouns. These are the nouns that don't follow any kind of rules. Best to understand them is to memorize them. As you can see in number 1, we have written child. Child will become children. And in second example, we have goose. It will become geese. Man will stay man, and woman will stay woman. Tooth becomes teeth. Foot becomes feet. Mouse becomes mice, and person becomes people. Now you can see all the irregular nouns change differently because they don't follow any kind of rules. So to understand them, you have to learn them. Now let's move towards some exercises that you will solve after learning all these rules. Here we have exercise number 1. What you will do is you will change all these singular nouns into plural nouns. Here in exercise 2, what you will do is you will choose the plural words for the given nouns. First, you have a choice. Now, how you will make its plural? You have three options. You can select any one of them. You will do same for the rest as well. Here in exercise C, what you will do is you will choose the best word to fit into each of the following sentences. You have some sentences given here and you have some gaps to fill. So, to fill these gaps, you have to select what form of noun will be put into it. Now, we will move towards the plural forms of compound nouns. Now, how to make plural forms of compound nouns? We usually pluralize a compound noun by adding an s or es to the main word or defining word of the compound noun, and that word usually is the second word, but not always. Look into the chart. Bedroom becomes bedrooms and football become footballs, but mother-in-law become mothers-in-law. Why is that? Because here mother is your defining word and it is your first word. Same for passerby, it becomes passersby. Now woman becomes woman and writer becomes writers. Now we will see the exceptions we have in your book. Now we have a chart in here. This chart is also given in your book, so you can read it from there. There are some exceptions. There are some nouns that always are singular and then there are nouns that always are plural. As you can see, number 1, nouns always singular. There are some nouns like furniture, evidence, coal, clay, equipment, clothing, information, cotton, milk, baggage, money, knowledge, jewelry, luggage, kindness, stuff, homework, bread, butter, wood. Now some of them are materials, some of them are not, but they will always stay same as singular. Now we have some nouns, they will always be plurals like jeans, arms, scissors, clothes, goods, trousers, spectacles, binoculars, slippers, pajamas, because they come in pairs. Now we have some nouns with the same singular and plural forms. There are some nouns that are also singular and plural because they don't change their spellings when they become plurals, like poultry, agenda, craft, hair, deer, fish. Then there are some nouns, they are singular in form but plural in a use, like cattle, police, cavalry, people, clergy, gentry. Now these are all singular terms but used as plurals because let's take example police. Now police is a singular noun but it contains the whole group of people. Now we have some nouns that are plural in form but singular in use. Now we have some nouns that are plural in form like news. News is not one but they are many, but they used as singulars. Just like that we had billiards, physics, measles, Arabics and mathematics. Now you have learned all the rules of compound nouns, the combinations, and how to make plural nouns and how to make compound nouns plurals, and also the material nouns. Let's move towards the home task of your book. We will move towards the home task of your book, but before that, I want to tell you that I have already given you some exercises and those are not given in your book. So, what you will do is you will pause this video, write down those short exercises in your copies and solve them. And after that, you will come to the home task section and then you will mark the home task exercises that are given in your book and you will solve them from your book. Now, let's see. Now we have exercise D, and in this exercise what you will do is you will fill the blanks with the correct form of nouns given in the bracket. Now there is a noun in brackets at the end of every sentence. What you will do is you will put that noun in the blank and in the right form. Now exercise C. In this exercise, what you will do is you will again fill the blank with the correct form of the nouns given in the brackets. Now, you have some nouns given in the brackets right after your blank. What you will do is you will write the correct form of these nouns in the brackets. Here in exercise F, you will identify the nouns in each of the sentences and state their kind, if they are countable, uncountable, concrete, abstract, collective, or material. Why is that? Because you have already learned all the types of nouns. I hope you have understood nouns, its types, and the uses of nouns types, and all the rules of how to recognize or make nouns. Now, I'll see you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.